improve gender-responsive budgeting, particularly at the basic education level.
UBEC receives connected development codes, collaborates to strengthen basic education, plans to return out-of-school children to school. And to curb the issue of out-of-school children, the federal government says it will continue to leverage opportunities and also work with relevant stakeholders in its structured plans to get the estimated 17 million out-of-school children back in classroom within the next 4 years. This is coming from the Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, Aisha Garba, when she receives in audience a team from Connected Development Code during at the headquarters in Abuja, rather. Atokwe Alabi reports.
Despite primary education being officially free and compulsory, approximately 10.5 million children aged 5 to 14 years are not in school. This number represents the country's about 18.3 million out-of-school children, with more than 60% of them girls, as their education is often interrupted by poverty, early marriage, and family survival needs. This parley between Connected Development Code and the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC is to accelerate progress, reduce the spate of out-of-school children through community participation framework to capture the voices of children, especially girls, living in underprivileged communities.
Irrespective of wherever they are, we should be focusing on inclusive education.
And the key goal there is to ensure that girls can be prioritized, and we could also ensure that they get 12 years of compulsory education.
That how can we jointly improve gender-responsive budgeting, particularly at the basic education level? How can we also leverage on your strength as you work across State Universal Basic Education Board?
So we welcome you, Hamza, and we look forward to having a structured partnership to ensure that no child is left behind.
For UBEC's Executive Secretary, Aisha Garba, collaborating with the Al-Majri Commission will allow 10 million out-of-school children access basic education within the next 3 years, while Codes Hamzat Lawal believes government's adoption of gender-responsive budgeting education framework will address inclusivity gap.
UBEC, working with other relevant commissions and working directly, particularly with SUBEBs, will ensure that we have the necessary infrastructure, conducive learning materials, as well as environment to ensure even those that have dropped out, we bring them back into schools.
As we do this work, we must ensure teacher training, we must ensure better remuneration, but we must also ensure adequate funding in terms of the infrastructure that is needed. Every class must be conducive for children, particularly girls, because we know that when they're on their menses, without water, without toilet, they will not be able to go to school.
This advocacy is about strengthening Nigeria's basic education system through open government strategies, especially capturing voices of communities to ensure no child is left behind. In Abuja, Tokwe Alabi, NTA News.